Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the geeks out there at Our Little Geekdom, and welcome to another Our Little Geekdom. I knew I would get it right. It takes a while, and this is episode number 17. Yeah, it's been a long time. We've been doing this for a while. The first episode, as you all know, was terrible, but 17, I think, is going to be a good one. We have Mr. GameFaceZA. Is it SA or ZA? ZA.
ZA.
Yeah, I thought so. With us today, giving us a chat and a talk to about, well, pretty much anything and everything, because we just talk shit on our channel. That's what we do. And welcome, Mr. GameFace.
Thank you guys for having me.
No, you're
a little surprised that you guys asked me, but yeah, happy to be here.
Why?
I don't know. Who am I? I don't know.
You should have known that we would eventually get round to you. We get to everyone.
One day.
Everyone's one day is one day. everyone is invited to it. I mean, we're inviting lots of people from all around the world. Some Scottish people too, when they have the time to. But it's not about them today. It's about you and, well, the crap that we're going to talk about today. So, GameFace, before we get all started and get all like talking crap and stuff, tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, hi everyone. My name is GameFaceZA, or Brad, by some. I am a South African graphic designer and video editor based in Johannesburg. So yeah, probably got my starts over on YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for about 5 years or so, and slowly transitioning over to do more live streams, like on Twitch and things like that. So yeah.
Nice. So other than obviously doing video and all that stuff, do you games you play and things like that? Anything people might want to get involved in, or kind of what you do?
So at the moment, I'm streaming a lot of survival games. So I'm playing what's it called? States of Decay 2 at the moment. That's pretty fun. It's quite a small community there. It's so small that the developers come and watch your streams. So I think it's quite unique. I think so. I was streaming it the other day, and one of the artists came through, and we're just like chatting and stuff. And obviously, there's a State of Decay 3 coming out at some point.
Oh, nice.
So I tried to sneak some questions. He's like, "I'm not going to answer anything." So it's okay. That's fine.
Just there to watch you play.
Yeah, and then other than that, quite a lot of Sea of Thieves with some friends. That's like my multiplayer game.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, Sea of Thieves. The bane of my existence. I'm sure you've seen some of our videos where we talk about the fact that Sea of Thieves is literally the bane of our existence. We refuse to play because
it draws you back. I don't know. It's
not a bad thing. It's not a bad game. It's just I don't like being griefed.
Yeah, we kind of had a hard time with it when we started. Like, we first started, and then it was like the first little port place where you go and you sell things, and this group of people just randomly started attacking our ship and killing us. So literally, as we respawned, they were there and just killed us, and it was this endless loop. And both of us were just like, no, if this is where it's gonna be, then we're just not gonna play it.
It's very unique in the fact that you can spend 5 hours really grinding, working really hard, and go to sell and get killed and not actually achieve anything.
Yeah, it's not exactly the nicest feeling in the world.
It's not, but if you do that to someone else, it feels pretty good. So I think it works both ways.
Yeah, no, I get the idea behind it. I think the reason why Kez always wanted to play it was because it's a pirate game. And that's like it's her forte. She enjoys those kinds of pirate games.
Yeah, it's different, and it's like a cartoony pirate game, and it's funny, and it's not the normal pirate games that you have. It's got like that little different tweak to it, and
yeah,
it has
the sailing and stuff is just it's so fun. Like, and it just time goes by so quickly in that game, which I really like.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the reasons why I got Atlas was because I can play single player all by myself and not have anyone bug me. I'm a loner that way. I don't really like being around other people. The only time I ever play like around other people is Guild Wars or some of the MMOs that I play, and even then I'm I'm antisocial, so I tend to avoid them as well. You know, they say that's bordering on sociopath. I don't care.
I don't. I agree with you that I don't really get into big MMOs and stuff. Just I don't have the time to put that much effort in.
Yeah.
I prefer single player games because you can just pick it up whenever and
Yeah.
no progress is lost, which is nice.
Yeah, that's where my whole thing comes in. So when it comes down to it, that's the kind of thing that I like to actually jump into. Is like, if it's going to be a multiplayer game, I don't mind playing online with other friends and things like that. As long as you come in, you try and grief me, I can just go, oh well, I'm going to kick your ass, and then you're going to never come back to my server again, kind of thing. That's the kind of person I am, because I don't like being griefed by people. But also, I know the whole get good scrub thing, but let me get good then. Stop killing me before I can get good.
You've got to start somewhere. Everyone has to start somewhere.
Exactly. That was one of the problems I had with, I can't remember what game it was. There was an MMO that came out where I started and I kept getting killed, and I was like, you know what, that's it. I'm not going to play this game. I can't if I can't get good. Because no matter what I was doing, if I just dropped in, I'd be killed by someone. And it was constantly happening over and over and over again. I was like, you know what, I'm not interested. If you're going to keep kicking my ass every single time I come in and I'm just not going to learn anything, then how am I going to get good at the game if I can't survive less than a millisecond? So I was like, that's it. Because I think someone planted mines or something on the spawn point. And that's just dick move. That's just a dick move,
What a troll. Jeez.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to play this game. And, I mean, I don't mind getting good. I wouldn't have been playing Gran Turismo the way I do if I didn't actually know how to get good at a game. So, so it's not about getting good, but for me, it was about, not getting the chance to get good. And the sun is shining directly in Kiz's eyes there.
See that, Nice.
I love that mug. That is such a cool
thank you.
mug. Where'd you get the mug from?
I bought it online. Yeah, it's because my whole stream theme is sort of medieval.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
So then I was like, I saw this mug. I was like, I've got to have it. It's got to be my stream mug.
It's a good stream mug.
But I like the microphone as well because it says get your game face on, and that's part of your whole thing, which is pretty cool as well.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of character to your stream from what we can see. Is that your background, or do you do the green screen thing like we do?
I don't have a green screen, no. This is also my work office / gaming center. So.
I was gonna answer it because I'm the one who sits and watches the streams, so I know that's how you play. But no, so now you know who's watching when you play. Out of the two,
just lurking there.
Yeah, I'm usually doing something else, so I'll be playing my own game. I normally listen to people. I don't actually watch. It's like if it's a rerun or something of someone else's stream on like YouTube or something, like Zaffa, I believe, has started opening videos or running videos now on YouTube. So
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll sit and watch those videos or listen to those videos while I'm busy playing, or I'll listen to someone else's stream while I'm busy playing a game, because then I can listen and just do what I'm doing, because it's the way I am. I like to actually do something while I've got a stream going, but also I like to see it, so I need to get a second screen so I can.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you need that.
Yeah, because one screen doesn't help.
I'm actually sitting with 3 screens.
Jeez, I'm assuming it's the video editing side of things where you need the 3 screens.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
What got you into video editing?
So I studied graphic design, and then my first job that I got as a graphic designer, we started doing video editing as well. So I had to learn how to do that pretty quickly as well. They knew I hadn't studied it or anything, but I think you sort of you're in that world already, with graphic design. So picking up the software was pretty quick for me.
Yeah.
And that, I've been video editing for think like 8 years now or so. And now my brother and I we work together. His company, I work with him. That's all I do. I just video edit now. We don't even do any graphic design. Yeah.
Oh, I suppose it's lucrative. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it.
Exactly. No, for sure. I mean, like we used to, the classic things like build websites and stuff. But now anyone can build a website. Not anyone can do proper video editing. So yeah.
No, it takes quite a bit of skill to actually be able to do something like that. I know that Kez and I, when we first started out with the YouTube channel, Kez was doing all of the video editing, mainly because, she deleted an entire video that I was editing and said
You'll never let me forget
I won't.
this.
I won't. She said I wasn't doing it right, so she deleted the whole video and redid it.
Oh my word!
So I was like, well, then screw you. You do all the editing.
And I
So
did
you've
for
never
a
been
while.
back.
Yeah.
I did for a while, and I took the time and actually made the effort. But now work just kind of gets in the way. So now we have a professional editor. So someone like you that's editing our videos for us.
Nice.
But with you doing your content creation and video editing for a job, don't you get bored or tired of editing the whole time?
No, it's always different, especially the stuff that I edit. So we film as well, and it's such a broad spectrum. It's not like we're filming the same people every time, talking about the same topic. Actually learn so much actually about just so many different things. Like we were recently filming for one of the universities. We're doing their health training videos for their actual doctors and paramedics and things. And that's just so far from anything that I know. So it's just, it's fascinating.
You've now seen the visitor. Sorry about that.
I see.
He pops in every once in a while.
It looks like a duster on a stick. That tail.
He can be. I've seen him dust a few.
He is a good duster. You just lie him down on the table or wherever you need to dust, and then you just
push him around.
Push him. I actually did that once when we were in South Africa as a joke, and he carried on. He's like, "Oh, let's do it again." So I'm like, "Okay, fine."
It's now a game.
Yeah. Self-cleaning duster. Yeah, no, and he's decided that he's going to come here. Now I've got to try keeping him away from the keyboard so he doesn't push any buttons.
Yeah.
Because he decided to lie down.
Oh, nice.
But you got married recently as well, as far as I know. So how's the married life going?
Good. Yeah, no, we got married in April. Such a long time waiting because we were supposed to get married last April, but then lockdown happened and everything.
Yeah.
I remember you saying so on stream that it's been a long time coming and that there were all those different delays and things.
So then it was postponed until I think August last year, and then it got postponed again. But luckily, we were able to have it this year, and it was nice. Yeah, it was great. Not much has changed because we've been together for 10 years, so it does feel different, but it doesn't feel different, at the same time.
It's just official now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just feels right that, it's now official. I get to wear my ring, which is nice.
That was something that I always liked, was the fact that I could actually finally wear the ring.
Yeah, because she got to wear a ring since I proposed, so she got to have it for like 2.5 years that she had a ring. Although shame when it got postponed the first time, just before it got postponed, we actually got her engagement ring and the wedding bands combined. So she wasn't able to wear her proper ring for a year.
Oh.
So she was just wearing like a silicone ring. So
that sucks.
She's also relieved that she can wear her proper ring now.
Yeah, that's something. It's something where it sounds like exactly what we went through, actually, almost exactly what we went through. I asked, after 2 years of dating, of Kez and myself dating, I asked her to marry me, and then 4 years later, we got married.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were together for 6 years before we got married, and it's also just like, oh, we're just making it official now because we're also living together and all that, and it's just like now I was a Mrs., not a Miss anymore.
No, that's awesome though.
Yeah,
It's just nice when it's all the plannings come together, and I think the hardest part was shuffling all the suppliers. But we were very lucky that none of the suppliers charged us extra for postponing a year, and everyone was available on the same dates.
Well, they can't really charge you for postponing because of something that's not within your control. If it's something like, oh, I just feel like moving it to another day because, then yeah, maybe they can charge you. But with it moving because of lockdown and because of that, it wouldn't actually be fair for them to say, oh no, you have to pay extra.
I've heard some like horror stories though, with some friends that have postponed and stuff. Hey, the venues wanted to charge them like postponement fees and everything. Yeah, it's
crazy.
Can bring the worst out in some people, I think.
It actually just shows you, like, especially in the wedding industry, it can show you people's true sides and stuff. Well, not necessarily just the wedding industry, just people in general. They might just go, oh no, screw you, I just want to make more money.
Yeah, I mean, also with the, like, say for instance the photographers. So we got, I think it was 2018 we got proposed. So I think early 2019 we paid and everything for the photographers, and now they've had to wait like 2 years to actually do the work they've been paid for. So I think it's stressful for a lot of people.
Yeah, and of course they're not happy about the fact that they have to wait 2 years to do their job.
Yeah.
And it puts them in a bit of a spot as well.
But they're just sort of playing catch up on.
Yeah. They've had your money and now they can't do anything with it, or they can't. They have to do that. They can't book new jobs, and so on and so on and so on. And it makes it worse in certain aspects for a lot of companies. That's terrible. You know, that actually just leads me on to it's a perfect segue onto the console wars, if you like to call it that. I mean, it's not really console wars. It's more like just like the console slow walk. You know, slow walk towards each other. Talking about people who don't really care about other people and just like, you know, on the screw you path. What was your thought on the fact that firstly, it's taken forever for both Microsoft and Sony to actually get out the next batch of consoles to everyone, but also the scalpers. The fact that the scalpers come along and just, you know, oh well, we're going to take it, we're going to sell it at a hugely marked up price, and you'll just have to deal with it. I mean, you know, what are your thoughts on that? That's my question.
So my initial thought with scalpers is they wouldn't exist if people weren't buying.
Exactly.
So
that's what I
think the buyers are quite to blame. Like, you know, if you want to impatient, so you're just gonna pay double the price for a console.
£800 for a console.
that whole market wouldn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But it's also, I mean, here in South Africa as well, you cannot. It is almost impossible to find a Series X. It's I can't find one. The Series S's are kind of rare, but they're the same price as, which is I find weird. The older Xboxes, they're the same price, which makes no sense. So
you can get the Series X's, the Series S's here. Series X and the PS5, impossible to get. And over and above that, we actually were really, really lucky with these graphics cards. Apparently the GTX 1660 is very rare.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's apparently most graphics cards are very hard to get hold of right now, because the scalpers have been like just grabbing every graphics card that they can find. But we were told, or I was told that apparently the 1660 is very rare. We were lucky to actually get it, and that's why it took so long to actually get the computers built.
I think
these graphics cards are freaking expensive.
His answer to your question.
Did I?
I think so.
I didn't think so either.
I can't remember.
I know we were talking about the Series S and X's. I think you did space out, Angel. We'll have to just see on the video. But yeah, no, I feel exactly the same. You know, the Series X is here, impossible to find. PS5 is impossible to find. Pretty much anything in the 30 series on graphics cards, impossible to find. I think CPUs are starting to actually get a little bit hard to find now as well. So that's also kind of annoying.
Speaking of scalpers, though, I don't think they are here in South Africa.
No,
I don't think. No one can get them here, so no one can even sculpt them. So
no one can really afford them. They're so bloody expensive in South Africa. Jeez,
Yeah.
I mean, looking at it, I mean, a PS5, a proper standard PS5 with a disc drive, that's going to set most people back there. Not most people. That'll set some people back their entire salary for a month. It'll set a lot of people back like 4 months' salary. You know, because people can't earn that kind of money. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Some people.
I think that.
There goes my guitar.
I think the Xbox Series X here, I think is 13,000 rand.
13K. It sounds about. Oh my god, that's like worse than graphics cards. Some of the graphics cards that I've seen there. It's insane.
It's more than my whole salary was in South Africa.
Jeez, yeah, no, that's ridiculous. So, you know, that's okay, not quite as much as what we earn here, but still, it's quite a lot. Holy crap, you know.
It's a lot of money for it, but also, I know consoles are expensive and stuff, but I'm a console gamer.
Yeah.
But you know, I bought a Xbox Series S. I mean, a One S. Okay, so I think of it like, okay, yeah, you spend that money, but you don't have to do anything else for at least like 5-6 years.
Yeah, it is true.
You don't have to touch anything.
Yeah, it is true. I mean, with PCs, the reason why we obviously have PCs as well is because we've got work to do on them. We do our videos on PC. We stream on PC. We use our PCs for a lot of different things. So we got gaming PCs for that reason. They are bloody expensive, so they're not the cheapest things in the world. They're a hell of a lot more expensive than the consoles are. But again, it's a multifaceted thing, which is why we have them. But I also I am getting a PS5 at some point. Mainly for my own pleasure. It's not really for streaming because we don't have the setup to be able to, stream.
No, but that's also why we got the PCs, is because the console streaming for us was a bit difficult with the two of us and having to get everything set up and make sure that it runs properly, make sure that the sound is fine, and that's also why we decided to get PCs instead and stream and play and record with those, because then I can sit at my desk, you can sit at yours, and then we just like mash them all together basically.
Yeah, that was
also
the idea.
PCs, if you're a professional, you work from home, your computer makes you money. So it's understandable to spend that money. Where console, it's just for pleasure, It's that's it.
The unwinding.
Yeah.
I mean, I sit and play like Red Dead Online or Red Dead Redemption. I've been playing a lot of that lately. Just screwing around with building up or doing things that I didn't do when I first played through the game. So now I'm busy doing stupid things like that. So that's what Red Dead is for, or what the PC is, or PlayStation is for there. But I mean, granted, I also play on the PC because Kez will watch movies and stuff, and there's only one TV. So at this point, our house is just not big enough to have more than one TV. So we have one TV. Yeah. And so she'll watch TV there. I'll play games in the office and play on my PC. So that works out alright.
The way I've got my desk set up is everything's here. I've got my laptop, Xbox is here next to me, and then I've got my screen above, which I play my games on, and then the main screen below is like for OBS and all that stuff. But everything's permanent. My camera stays there, my lights stay here, microphone stays here.
Yeah.
But it's it's only been like this for a couple months. Before that, it was setting everything up every single time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a nightmare. I mean, we've got all the stuff for the PlayStation to be able to stream from the PlayStation. We've got the Elgato. We've got all the niggly bits that need to be added in there. So we've got everything that we need from there, but it's just such a nightmare to have to set it up every single time. So as soon as kids and I actually have bought our own house and we have a proper house, there will be one room dedicated to the office and gaming and all of that. That's essentially what that room will be. It'll be the gaming office bedroom or gaming office room thing. But that's all
like a game cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stalking your YouTube channel now as well. How the hell? Firstly, congratulations. But how the hell did you get 1 million views on your YouTube? That is something to be super chuffed about.
Thank you. So that's a combination of luck and a few videos that I've done very well.
Jeez.
You don't have to be, and my growth is from videos from like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The videos I put out now don't get a ton of views, but it keeps the channel ticking over. But yeah, thank you though. Yeah. That was a surprise when those numbers just started rolling in. Like, whoa, okay, this is amazing. Yeah.
Well, it's good to see, because then it just means that all the hard work has paid off. I mean, like when we first started this podcast, you said that you've been doing it for 5 years, which is pretty darn good, to get the amount of subscribers that you have, and now to reach the views and to get all those goals ticked. It's nice to see, because I know sometimes people just go, oh no, why should I carry on? That constant, am I doing it right? Is it worth moving on? It's there at all of our minds, I think.
It is.
I think the thing that keeps me going is, like, in a perfect world, I'd be the person behind a popular streamer or a popular content creator, doing all the behind the scenes work. I love doing that stuff. It's like with the stream, I'm constantly tweaking things, changing things, and I don't think like I'm the most exciting person to watch on stream, but I'm always tweaking things. I just love the process of creating content more than I think me being on screen. I'm not the sort of person that's like, hey, look at me, look, I'm doing all these fancy things. I just love all the process behind making videos, making the stream, doing all the graphics and everything on the stream. I make myself, all the animations and things like that, and I find myself doing that all the time, and I just stream to have fun at the end of the day as well,
That's exactly what it is, though. I mean, personally, I'm more of the one who enjoys making this side of the content. So I like to sit and make the videos and things like that. I cannot stand editing. I can't do it. That's why people.
Oh, the truth comes
I don't like editing. I don't like editing. I've said it before.
So it's not that I chased you away, it's that you don't like it.
Well, no, I don't like it anyway. I've never denied that I don't like it. But yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan of the editing part of things. I think that's why having Josh actually do all the editing for us, it saves us a whole bunch of time. Because I'd prefer to actually just create the content. Be here doing this, and then have the editor do their part to get things going. And we do want to start building up where we actually start making a lot more money, or a lot of at least money from this side of things, so that we can start paying Josh from this rather than paying from our salaries, and turn this into a proper business. But that businesses take time to grow, and you have to actually work with it, and you know how it is. You got to spend money to make money, and
but you
that's
also
what we
can't be like what we were. We go full stream and like we're gonna do this and this and this and this and this, and then we stop.
You overdo it.
And then a few months later, okay, we're gonna do this and this and this and this and this, and then we stop. And then you come back and you're like, okay, we're gonna do this and this and this and this. You can't keep. Well, you can take breaks, but like we took too many breaks and we were not consistent enough. And I
until
think
now,
consistency is always key with all of these things and growth and stuff. And the goal is to obviously be more consistent and make more videos and get more people, and yeah.
It's just keeping the momentum moving. Is as soon as you start getting traction, then you burn out and then you stop, and then you've got to start over again every single time. Which is, I think that's the key with you getting the editor as well, is you can concentrate on other things and still keep producing content,
Yeah,
which is important.
exactly. And then eventually we can start. We're going to start obviously building up the creating more videos so that we can actually have more videos during the week and things like that. And then the editor obviously gets more money for it too. But essentially, he's happy to do it because this is his business. You know, his business is to edit videos for content creators.
He wants to do it, and basically retire and do this full time.
Yeah.
I think, as far as I know. But
yeah, he'd have to correct us on that one. He'd probably say yes, that's what I'll do. If it'll probably just pop up on the screen. It is Josh. He sometimes likes to just pop in and you know, put his 2 cents worth in.
show his pretty face.
He shows his pretty face.
Have
but
you
yeah.
ever burnt out?
Yeah, have you ever burnt out? I mean, that's actually a very good question.
Yes, I think when I started, all my content was Minecraft, and that's where I got the million views from. Playing. That was all I was doing, let's play tutorials, all this sort of things. And I actually haven't played the game in 2 years now. I kept getting a couple episodes in, and then I stop, and then I would, start a new season or whatever. And the videos would always do fairly well, but I think I just lost interest. Now that's why my content has shifted, and that's why I'm not doing as well as I used to. But the beauty of YouTube is those old videos can still keep doing really well.
Yeah.
Which is the nice thing with YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing. Kez will never play that with me. She
I don't get it, and I know obviously everyone has their different views on it, but for me, I've tried it. I've watched people play it, and I can't see myself getting into it. I can't. It's just that little button in your head that goes no. No. I can't even explain why.
Nice
I totally get that. Thank you. They're getting quick reflexes there. Yeah. I was exactly like that. When Minecraft videos started popping up on YouTube, I was like, what the hell is this? It's this weird blocky game. Why are all these kids screaming at each other? I don't understand. And then I played it, and I enjoyed it, and I really liked it. But I think I've added up the other day, because on Xbox you can see how many days and stuff you've played. So in total, on all the platforms I've played, like Android, there was the 360 edition. Then I got it on Xbox One, and then it changed again to a different version. So I added everything up. It was I think it was like 130 days or something. It was a lot. So.
That's crazy.
Someone is, or someone was at least, super fan.
It was, yeah. And I think it's just, I sort of outgrew it. I think, probably to the detriment of my own YouTube channel, but I don't need that YouTube channel to survive. It's always just a hobby. It's what I want to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically what we do. I mean, it's exactly what they do with it. Or there was a company that actually said, yeah, no, you've got a YouTube channel. So would you ever think of pursuing that, full time? It's like, not really, no. We do it because we enjoy doing it, but that's it.
It's for the fun.
Yeah. I mean, this is all for the fun.
Exactly. I think I've seen so many people come and go from live streaming, content creation, because they don't get that audience or views and stuff straight away, and they think, oh, it's just I'm just going to do this and be famous. And if that's your first thought, you're never going to get there.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You're never going to get there.
Yeah, because I mean, we're not famous. You are very much further than we are in that aspect, and we've been doing this for how long now?
We started in 2017, so
yeah, on and off in 2017, from 2017.
Years?
Yeah. So we've been doing it for 4 years, on and off, obviously, with all the issues that we've come across and things like that. and yeah, it gets to that we're still, we're not like, oh, we're super famous. We do this for the fun of it. We get sometimes we get people like, oh, I can't believe the SA geeks are asking me to do this. It's like, who? What? What? We're just people and we're not famous.
that was me when you asked me. I'm like fangirling around.
But the thing is, we're not famous though. That's the whole thing. We're just the only reason why most people would consider the SA geeks anything kind of famous is because we're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we used to go to everything.
We spam ourselves everywhere. We're like that. Oh, you're on this thing. Oh, so are we. Oh, you do this. Oh, so do we. Oh, you're here. Oh, so are we.
Yeah. You see, it's like a new platform comes out. Oh, Rumble. Oh, we're going into Rumble. Oh,
nice.
Really? So, yeah, we are going to start a Rumble account just so everyone knows. But anyway,
I don't even know what Rumble is.
It's another video platform, and I'm just thinking that I saw that it's starting to gain popularity. I thought that let's get in there now before it actually overgrows.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it fails or not because we've still got our YouTube channel and all that, and we do it all for fun, so it doesn't really matter where it goes. But the whole thing is it's growing the channel in different places. You see things like TikTok was more Kez's thing. She saw it, got on it, and she was the one creating the videos for that one there. Me, not so much. I was never really a fan, but that's what you've got to do as a content creator. You've got to build yourself up. But when I say also we're everywhere. We were at all the cons. I mean, we would go wherever there was a con, we'd go. There was Lanix, Rage, Comic Con. What's that other one?
That's why I didn't see you. I think we saw you at Rage, and that was about it as far as I remember.
Yeah, that's where we met for the first time.
Yeah.
I think outside by the beer tent.
Yeah.
That's where you'll find me. Yeah.
At the beer tent.
At the beer tent. Yeah.
Playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's definitely somewhere where I've lacked is like social media. And as a person that works in that industry, I should do better. But it's for other companies and stuff like that. And when it comes to me, I'm just like, whatever. Like TikTok, as a content creator, you should be on TikTok. I've got like a few videos there. I've never done anything with Instagram. I'm very bad with that stuff. But I think that's where I fail, where I do have a semi-successful YouTube channel, but no one in South Africa knows me because I don't play along like on Twitter and stuff like that with the other like streamers and stuff. My audience is like Europe and America, and that's the people that watch me and stuff like that. So I think I would love to do more like South African things and interact with more South African streamers and things, but that's definitely somewhere where I've lacked, definitely.
Yeah, the thing is, South Africans don't watch South Africans. That was something that I've noticed way back when we started. The South Africans have no interest in watching other South African content creators. You have to pick up your viewers from overseas, because those are the guys who are gonna sit down. They're gonna watch you. They're gonna listen to you because they enjoy the South African accent. There's something about the South African accent there's different South African accents that they really enjoy. It's like they say, oh yeah, no, there was one thing where South African accent is like one of the sexiest languages in the world, apparently. And most of us are going, which one? We have so many.
Cape Town, Durban, Joburg.
Is it like this accent where you talk like you've got a hot potato in your mouth, but not
this
really?
accent where you say free.
Yeah, or is it first language, or is this accent which is more like a West-Kreeusdorp kind of accent where that I've got my fat takkies on my car and I'm going to race you, I'm going to dice you, and I'm going to kick your ass because I'm that good at racing. It's that accent.
The Santon boots.
The Santon boots. Yeah, it's like
And the four-ways boots.
Oh, they're about the same. Stanton and Four Ways, they're like two
same
peas
WhatsApp
in
group.
the same. Yeah. Exactly. say we're on the same WhatsApp group. I don't get why, because 4 ways is better than Satan and always will be. Okay, it's just how it goes, my breed.
Anyway.
Don't at me.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw you with a stone. And I always respond with, yes, you dude, you must be really strong.
And they'll never understand that reply.
Yeah, no, they won't.
I did it the first time he did
Yeah,
it
she did it to me. She actually said it to me, and I'm like, yeah, yes, you must be very strong. And she's like,
You throw me and a stone at the same time.
Yeah, you're gonna pick me up and throw me with a stone. You're gonna be quite good.
I wasn't throw you with a stone. I was gonna throw you with a book or with a
Yeah. She very quickly
with a
stopped.
something, and then he's like, "Wow, I can't believe you're that strong."
Yeah, she very quickly stopped after that.
So, are you both English?
Yes.
Okay. Like,
The only thing
yeah,
is, kids
so-
went to Afrikaans schools.
Yeah.
okay. My wife is Afrikaans. Sometimes there's a bit of Afrikaans comes out when she's mad. Just stop.
Yeah. Ach nee, fuck man!
Yeah, exactly.
The amount of times we did have a couple of friends staying with us at one point, and his girlfriend was very Afrikaans, and you know, if you gave her a fright, she automatically flipped to Afrikaans.
When you don't know.
She like I'd
Exactly.
be standing in the corridor and I'd be like working on something, trying to, I don't know, doing something, but it's dark. She walks out of the bedroom and she like jumps and gets this huge fright and she goes, fuck. so yeah, no, I know the whole Afrikaans, reverting to Afrikaans in times of dire.
You
But
just
yeah,
gotta
no.
walk away.
Yeah, kids went to Afrikaans schools. I went to
Okay.
predominantly English schools. I mean, I really did. I mean, Monument Primary, Krugersdorp High School, and then Damlin.
Oh, nice.
So, like, super
No,
English.
I went to those schools because the preschool that I went to, I was a drum majorette, and at that time the only schools, the only primary schools that had it were Afrikaans. So I had to go to an Afrikaans primary school
in
because
your area, at least.
yeah, in my area. I had to go to an Afrikaans primary school to carry on with my drum majorettes, which I was enjoying and I was loving, and I'm like, I don't want to give this up. And then my mom and dad said, no, it's fine, we'll put you in there. And so obviously at school it was full on Afrikaans, and then at home it was English.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
English. And hence the reason why she's got that accent. But I don't know. I think it might be the conglomerate accent that we have right now. That is what they find so attractive. Because it's the fact that we don't speak properly. Like, we don't say, like, here in the UK, there's a perfect example. Someone will say, oh, what is that beer you drink? And I'm like, which one? They're like, and they go, you say it like Gorsel, and I'm the one guy's like Gorsel, and I'm like, so they're going, I don't say that, I say castle.
Castle Lager.
A castle lager, my brie. But then I understand what he means. It's because we speak very gutturally with certain words, like castle, for example. It's castle. It's very guttural in comparison with even people here in England, you know, or in the UK and England. Yes, you know, Scots would kill me right now if I said that.
Careful now.
Yeah, living in Scotland. You say here in England. I mean the UK.
They fought so hard for this, and you're just taking it away.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm waiting for the hate comments coming from them.
So anyway, what is the most favoritist, funnest, awesomest game you have ever played? Ever?
Segway. It was a bad segue, by the way.
I know it was a bad one.
I think story mode, probably Red Dead 2.
Good story.
It's a great story. It keeps you good. People say, I don't know how people say it's repetitive, but it's really not. Even the side missions are exciting.
Yeah.
And then, funny enough, one of my other favorite games of all time is Mad Max.
I actually only played a bit of that. How
Yeah,
is it? For the rest of the thing, I haven't played much of it, so...
it's very Ubisofty. You know, you go to an area, open up the area, do all the missions there, but just the world and the environment is just it's just like chaos, and I love it. Yeah.
You love chaos, yeah. you just do shit to watch the world burn.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I mean, like.
So then you're what is it? Chaotic evil.
No. Oh yes, actually, chaotic evil. You do shit just to watch the world burn because that's what chaotic evil people do.
Just sit back and it's like in GTA, Grand Theft Auto 5, when you park at a traffic light and you don't move, and just the AI doesn't know how to react, and people just start shooting each other. Like, you know, so just sit there.
You're like, what the? Why are you shooting at each other?
Exactly, and then the cops will come and just murder everyone. That game is just hilarious as well.
How can you? This really can't. I'm sorry. I've seen you play games and stream and stuff, and you don't swear. You've said so yourself. You had to make that little clip of you swearing, and you struggled to get through that. How can you play a game like GTA that is full of shouting and screaming and swearing? And I can't see you playing that game.
Maybe it's like maybe it's a release of built up anger deep down somewhere. But I don't know. I never found GTA that bad, to be honest. Maybe I'm just so desensitized to stuff like that.
Well, aren't all South Africans though?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, he's been shot. Like, okay.
At least it wasn't me.
Yeah, exactly. I survived. It's all good. But yeah, no, you're right. I am like, people in my chat know that I'm really chill. I don't go over the top. I don't even like if I lose the game, I'm just like, oh, okay. Like that stuff doesn't faze me. But in gaming terms, I don't know. Everyone likes a little bit of violence, I guess.
Yeah, I do. I like to get violent with my characters in GTA Online. It's normally when I'm playing with my friends or whatnot, because it's no fun getting violent by yourself, because then you get ganged up on by the other guys. So it's always good to get violent with with the friends.
Exactly. It's Sea of Thieves as well. Like you were saying, people just stayed on your ship and kept killing you. I think we do that sometimes as well. But we don't go overboard. We kill them a few times, then we'll leave. Because that's a game. If you've got the upper hand, you can just keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, the upper hand for us was non-existent. We had no weapons. There were only two of us.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think there was like 3 or 4 of them.
I managed to nuke one. I did. I managed to nuke one with the sniper rifle. I clocked him in the head and he died. So there was that. But I think he was almost dead anyway, because it's based on health. So clocking him in the head wouldn't have done anything, but except maybe did him a little more damage than hitting the chest, I suppose. I'm not sure how the health thing worked. It died. That's all I know.
Sea of Thieves has a built-in system where you can sink your own ship if you choose to do that. So if you just keep getting killed, you can just sink your ship and then you'll spawn somewhere else away from them. But I don't think many people.
Yeah, there's so many things we
don't know about that. It's like hidden away in the menus.
Yeah, no, we've got Microsoft GamePass anyway, so we'll jump on it at some point.
But it's like the best deal in gaming.
Yeah,
Game
exactly.
Pass.
Well, if you think about it, that is really true, because I've now just started downloading games via the EA things as well. So I get the best of both worlds. I don't have to pay EA for a single game.
But there's not
Exactly,
just the EA ones. There's the Bethesda ones now as well.
Yeah, there's Bethesda as well. So
Microsoft are just buying companies left, right, and center. It's actually crazy.
There's one problem though. We tried to play Fallout 76 because we wanted to try. We're looking at doing a new game now, and
it didn't work.
It didn't work. The game didn't start. It was really irritating. So I was kind of peeved with Microsoft for that one.
I also started it, and it's too laggy. Like it's it feels like a single player game, but it has online lag. So you try to pick something up, and then you have to wait a second, and then
fun times.
Speaking of Game Pass, I've got a friend who streams with me a lot, Mange.
Yeah.
He's had his Xbox, I think, for 3 years. He hasn't bought a single game. he just has Game Pass.
I suppose you don't really need anything else though. If you nowadays, I mean, look, me personally, I like to own hard copies of games, especially games that I really enjoy. And I know that Microsoft Game Pass, there are certain games that won't stay on Game Pass. Not like Forza Horizon 4, which I am loving at the moment. Well, I've always loved it. I thought that was actually one of the good games, one of the good Forzas. I'm not a Forza Motorsport person. Forza Horizon, Gran Turismo, those are my niches. So essentially, it's only because Gran Turismo is a motorsport game and Forza is a Need for Speed game, which is why I like Forza Horizon. Yeah. And I tried my hand at Need for Speed Heat today. Oh,
okay.
Crap game.
Yeah, it's like they try to put the story, and the stories and stuff are so lame actually as well.
The stories aren't great, but on top of that, you got a really stupid story, and then I get to the first race. Now, I like to play on medium, and again, it's not the whole get good scrub. I play a lot of racing games, so don't go on the get good scrub. I'm sorry, but you know what? When you go around a corner, if you let go of the accelerator, the car does not automatically spin out and suddenly start trying to drift around a corner.
Yes,
it doesn't work like that.
Yes, it does.
So I'm trying to go around this corner. I'm trying to steer around this corner so I can keep at a high speed while I'm going around the corner. No, you gotta drift around the corner. Why?
Yeah. It's definitely not like a driving sim.
Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like that. I can deal with Forza because Forza, you actually have to force the car into a drift. You can't just, you don't just let go of the accelerator and suddenly the car starts drifting, or you're driving a front wheel drive and the car just spins out. It's like, that does not happen. So, yeah, that's why I actually prefer my Forzas and my Gran Turismos. It's more of more of the realism for me than anything else. But yeah, the Game Pass, so many games.
So many
I must say,
games to
crazy.
play, too little time, too many to choose from.
Yeah, it's just it's hectic.
I think, I mean, I had also, before EA was included, I used to have that subscription as well. And now it's just, it's combined.
Yeah, you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I used to be the person that would buy the new, FIFA every year.
Oh.
Back in the day.
Ugh.
But that stopped. I don't know. But I think the last one I bought was 2015.
That was ages ago. That's fine.
That was a long time ago.
You didn't get put into you at least didn't make it up to the point where they're now putting gambling in it.
Yeah, and when I was buying it, there was a significant gameplay change. It was. I remember the one year you could move in 16 directions before, and then the next year you could move full 360.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
You're like,
yeah. But now the past, I don't know ever many, it's just the recycled same game.
Yeah. There's
and over
nothing.
again.
You know what? The only thing that's changed is you're spending more money on a game every single year. Because now FIFA 21 is coming out, and you know that it's going to be exactly the same. There's nothing different.
There is a change. There is a difference.
Yeah, there'll be one or two new players on one of the other teams.
The year changes.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
paying.
and then they stopped the support for the previous games, so the teams don't update.
Yeah.
So you're buying the new team lists.
It's really stupid.
That's
It's
it.
like they really did take games as a service too far. And the thing is, countries have noticed. The governments have noticed in countries that they're doing that, and that they're actually turning it into a gambling thing for kids and getting them addicted to gambling. And the countries are not having it anymore. I know that I think it was Spain or Greece, one of the two. They've now started a whole thing where they're going to be making it illegal for loot boxes in any game. I think it was one of those countries. I don't know. Don't go by me. I am not the authority on this, YouTube. So don't go fact check me and then go and demonetize it. Well, not like we make any money anyway. But don't go and hit us with a strike or anything for false news. It's just what I'm. It's a country in Europe. We don't know which one. Happy?
Somewhere.
Anyway, so no, I'm not. That's how I see it. Is that it's good. Countries that do that start actually cracking down on loot boxes, is good. Gaming was never supposed to be about that. What?
Cats are fighting.
Right. Yeah, but gaming was never
Game-
supposed to be like that. Sorry.
Gaming was always such like an underground thing.
Mm.
You know, it's like, oh, you sit and play games. What a
Or you're a child.
yeah. And now it's like it's just so mainstream. So now then these loot boxes come into play and things like that.
Yeah.
Just because they know everyone can make money from it.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's mainstream until it isn't mainstream anymore, you know. And the reason why gaming was so underground was because nerds and geeks like the three of us would be doing things like that. We'd be the ones sitting in our mommy's basement, busy playing games and things like that. You know, I can't stand it when people say that that's what we do. But the fact of the matter is we're the ones who do it, and now it's been made so mainstream that they're chucking loot boxes in for the plebs. You know, I like to call them plebs because that's what they are. You know, pleb gamers, the ones who come in, the casual gamers who want to, you know, who don't mind spending £100 to get an XP boost for their character in Assassin's Creed. You know,
Yeah.
what do I hate
Fortnite
Ubisoft
skins.
so much? Or Fortnite skins. Blech.
Yeah.
I mean, then again, it's Fortnite. You know?
No, but how many parents and kids spent money on Fortnite skins and Fortnite things just to make your character look cool?
Oh no, that's not even the worst of it though. Think about FIFA, Angel. How many parents have spent so much money on their kids getting these stupid packs for their soccer players? So what?
Yeah, for their like, you know, their like dream team things.
Yeah. It's like, you know what, that is extremely predatory. And I do
But
not respect anyone who does that.
At least with Fortnite, you know what you're buying.
Yeah, exactly.
Those loot boxes, you could be getting the same thing over and over and over again. That's why
Exactly.
you keep buying more and more packs.
Yeah, I
just
mean,
to get the
people
one
spend
good thing
thousands.
eventually.
Yeah, and people have spent thousands of pounds on that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously hundreds of thousands of rands, but thousands of pounds on stupid things like a couple of hundred packs so that they could get their dream player, and they didn't even get that. And it's like it is gambling. It is actually a form of gambling. You know, it sets off endorphins in your brain, and it, you know, as soon as the boxes start ticking over like that, you're like, oh, you know, it's exactly what they do. All the flashing colors and all that crap. It's gambling. You know,
I think
Sorry?
gaming also introduced the microtransactions, where it's like, you know, like it's $1, it's £1, but then you're just constantly doing that, and you end up
it's only
spending, you know,
£1. It was like, yeah,
hundreds of
a month
pounds.
later I've spent like
It's
a
only
like-
one rand, $1, one
Yeah.
whatever. But those ones eventually add up to 100s and 1000s and.
Hey, look,
And it's especially like with, I don't know, I'm a PlayStation. I mean, I'm an Xbox person.
Xbox person. Ooh, he almost sold himself out there.
And buying those things is actually so easy. There's no like authentication or anything. Once you've bought something once, you can just keep buying, and it doesn't ask you, are you sure you want to do this? You don't have to open up your banking app to authorize it. It's just click, I've got it. Click, I've got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the worst thing about it, though. I mean, look, I don't mind microtransactions in games. Okay, I don't mind them, but to an extent. So, for example, Kez and I play a lot of Guild Wars. You know, not online, but we are not on videos or anything. But we do play a lot of Guild Wars. Now, when we play Guild Wars, though, there are some cool, like, you know, skins that we can get for our weaponry or whatever, but nothing that is pay to win. I cannot stand pay to win mechanics. If someone spends money to be better than someone else at a game, that is considered, that to me is considered cheating, because it's not fair on the people who don't have the money to be able to actually do that. That is not fair. So this whole pay to win mechanic, I don't like it. I think companies that do that are the same as your EAs who like to do the whole loot boxes and stuff like that. It's no different. It's no different in my opinion. It's exactly the same thing. It is basically making people spend their hard-earned money to try and gamble away something that they're not. There's no point in it. I hate gambling. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't hate it. I don't do it.
I'm very happy you don't feel strongly about it.
Of course.
I must say though, with that sort of mindset though, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I've played from the first one. I've got Valhalla now as well, but the last three, the Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, I can't finish any of them. It's okay, especially with Odyssey, because they had this system where you could pay for an XP boost.
Yeah.
Now, the only way to finish that game is to either put like 300 hours into it, or to buy this XP boost to progress through the story. So the older games, you could do a story mission. You'd be high enough level to do the next story mission.
Yeah.
Especially with Odyssey, I noticed that you do one story mission, you have to go do 5 side quests, and then you can go back to the story. And I'm a sort of person that just wants to progress through the story. And then they sold packs to increase your XP, so you could do that. Now you're already paying like 1,000 rand for a game, and now either you choose to just grind it out, which some people do, some people enjoy it, but I'm the person that I enjoy the story. And I just it's too big, it's too long. I can't do it. I don't have 300 hours to put into one game.
Yeah.
Besides Minecraft back in the day.
No, I don't mind the grind, to be honest. But you know, there is a time when it's too much. I've been playing. I played Ghost Recon, for example. I played Wildlands. I've got both Wildlands and Breakpoint. I got Breakpoint for like nearly nothing, so that's why I got it, because it was like £5 at one point, and I was like,
I think there was a sale last year where everything was just dirt cheap.
Oh no, I got the hard copy.
The Ubi sale. Oh, nice.
Yeah, got the hard copy for like £5, and I was like, that's not bad.
That's a good deal. Yeah.
But so I got Wildlands and Breakpoint, and I've been playing Wildlands, but I don't mind the grind in that game. It's not as bad as the Assassin's Creed's. Okay, I only played Origins, so that's the only one I know of from my side that is.
Well, we don't have Odyssey or Valhalla, so I can't know what those just yet.
Yeah, I don't know what those are like just yet, but I'm a very big Assassin's Creed fan. I've enjoyed Assassin's Creed for a very long time, but recently I got up to, I think it was Black Flag, and then things just started going downhill for me. I stopped enjoying it as much. I didn't really see the need to play the game. So far, the only Assassin's Creed games I have finished is Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Assassin's Creed Unity. And Unity was just to see where the story progressed from, or was progressing to. That's it. Those are the only games I finished. Out of all of them, I haven't finished Syndicate. I haven't even come close to finishing Origins, and obviously the other three I haven't got. And I haven't even seen the need to actually buy them. You know, that's how much I don't care, or how much I've stopped caring.
This is coming from someone who, when there was an Assassin's, he was, oh my god, I have to have it.
Yeah,
that was me.
I've got Assassin's Creed statues. I've got 2 posters here in front of me. They're both Assassin's Creed, like framed images. And I finished all of them up to Origins. I did finish Origins.
Oh, nice.
It felt like a grind though. But
worst experience of your life.
And I don't know if I'm going to buy the next one, whichever it is. I don't think I am.
Yeah.
I'm at that point now.
Yeah, I also the whole thing. I understand the whole Valhalla thing, but I'm not sure. I haven't played the story, so I don't know what the game is like. I couldn't tell you if I would enjoy the story and if I would believe that believe what the whole romanticizing the Vikings thing. I don't like the whole idea behind romanticizing Vikings, because the Vikings were bad people. When they came to this country, they were bad people. They came here to kill. I don't care what people say. Oh, but you know, Ragnar, he was such a nice person. No, he wasn't.
They're just farmers. Like, no.
It's like, oh, they were watch Vikings the show. It's like, you know, that's based on the history but isn't actually the history. I'm reading something called The Northman's Fury at the moment. Believe me, what you read in there, you wouldn't want to know these Vikings. You would want to go back in time with an AK-47 and just spray bullets everywhere. That's all you'd want to do, because that's the kind of people they are, and that's why I prefer actually reading real history, because you learn a lot more about it. So, and I've never really been a big fan of romanticizing people that were actually and are actually evil. And I'm sorry, but Vikings were not people that I would romanticize. It's just me. I don't believe that you should romanticize evil people. It's just how
they're not evil, but they're not like these super savior people. But the history behind it is quite interesting.
The history is very interesting. Look, I'm not saying that the English were any better. You know, I'm not saying that any of the people in the UK were better in any way. I mean, the Scots and the English used to fight. The Scots, one of my colleagues when I worked at KPMG, he told me about the time when the Irish tried to come into Scotland and the Scots actually chased the Irish out. So, you know, the thing is, it's like it is what it is. Unfortunately, that is history, and that's how it will always. It's how it was. The Vikings came up this side. They conquered the country. They took slaves. They did what they did. It's part and parcel of being conquered by someone stronger than yourself. But that doesn't mean I have to like them.
No, exactly.
As simple as that. It does not mean I have to like them, and that's just how I've always felt. So yeah, me being a dick about history, right?
Well, it's like they were bad people, but they were like the best in their time at being bad people.
Exactly, you know, they were
wiped out
conquerors.
other bad people.
Yeah,
and, you know, it's
like the Romans weren't very good people. You know, they conquered more of the world than the Vikings did. The Vikings also made huge blunders. They went into the Ottoman Empire and got their asses handed to them a few hundred times. So, you know, you learn from your mistakes, and then they decided to go back up into Europe and carry on wailing on the people that were easy to attack, because the kings back then were they bribed them to not attack. Essentially, they would bribe the Vikings to not attack their particular town. So the king would actually give them a certain amount of silver, and then they wouldn't attack for that year.
Yeah.
Because
until next time.
Exactly. It's never a set in stone thing, and that is something that the kings back then never understood. They were actually just showing how weak they were and how weak they were willing to be to just hand over the silver so that they could you know, not be attacked for a while. It was only when the king started standing up. I forget his name. He's very famous in the country. I know so many people are going to get pissed off with me for this. I don't know his name though, but he's one of the kings of Great Britain back when Britain was being attacked by the Vikings. He was someone the Great, and he actually
William the Great?
I think it was William the Great or Edward.
Edward.
It was one of the two.
Great. Yeah.
But they actually fought back so much that they pushed the Vikings back very far and actually chased them out of England. And that proves that sometimes you just got to have that one king that's just like, you know what? That's it. Fuck you. You're getting out.
Had enough.
I've had enough of your shit. You're not going to get any more bribes from me. This is what's going to happen. You come into my country again, and I'm going to hang your people from the trees. And he did.
He can go on about this for
I can.
hours.
So I'm going to stop, and we're going to talk about something else. Angel?
We actually need to stop.
Do we have to stop?
Yeah.
I talked your ear off. I'm sorry about that. That's my fault.
Unless there's anything else.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really. I can't think of anything offhand. Yeah.
Oh, we put him on the spot. You see, this is why you don't put him on the spot. It does that.
I think it's been an awesome conversation though. It was a lot of fun though.
I had a lot of fun too, but that's only because I love talking history.
So before we go, can you give us any words of wisdom, any guidance, advice, or
Well, not
anything
us, our
just
viewers.
in general for anyone out there? Even if you just want to say hey, or just like a little thing.
So my words of wisdom, I've only started doing this recently. It's okay to play a game on easy, guys. It's okay. I've always, growing up, you play on the hard difficulties, and it sucks. But like, I'm old now, and I play games on easy, and I'm not ashamed. It's okay.
I always play games on easy.
That is profound. I prefer to play them on normal only because I do like a little bit of a challenge. But that's just me, and I agree. I 100% agree with you. It's okay to play a game on easy, guys. It really, really is. I for one would never judge you. You play a game on easy. It's and Kez can attest to that. She
I play
plays
all
of her
my games on easy, so
And I never make fun of her.
I can't judge you.
Yeah, I never make fun of Kez for playing her games on easy because each to his own. There's an easy level for a reason. It's only
Especially something like this year I've started doing. Just because I don't, like,
Except
you play
Dark Souls.
because now I'm playing so many different games. On my Twitter profile, I'm a serial game starter. I don't finish a lot of games.
Yeah,
but
you sound like me now.
I'm always experimenting with other games, and like, every game is so different, and like, I just don't want to just go through this hard graft of learning a new game and suffering through it. I've always enjoyed games for story, not beating a level.
Yeah.
That's
But
just me.
that's why playing it on easy is sometimes the best, because on
Exactly.
easy you get all
get the
of the
story.
story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
actually, with me, I've always been a challenge kind of a person. But that's everyone's their own person,
Yeah.
you know? It's the great thing about it.
Exactly. I'm not a completionist. I don't even try and get 100% scores on like the trophies and the achievements and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I've done the story, thanks. Move on.
Yeah, that's Kez as well. You know, she's so bad. She's actually so bad that if I play a game and finish it, she won't play it. Because she watched me play it and finish it.
It's the same. It's just like that's the nice thing with games.
Yeah.
Especially now, just the stories are so good and so like in depth. It's not just an online shooter. There's games that are just have such vast stories and stuff, and it's just amazing. And I think if people experimented with more of those games, then hopefully we would get more of those type of games.
Yeah, it's true.
People.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The movie industry is in comparison with the gaming industry, is not making that. It's not doing as well. Look at the perfect example is Red Dead Redemption 2. It outsold it outsold most movies that year when it came out. It sold. I mean, what was the total that when it came out? Was it 77 million or something on the first week or something?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I mean, 77 million, that's more than most movies get on on their opening week, So it was like, proof is in the pudding, Games are becoming, or games not are becoming, they have become the storytelling thing of history, essentially. Just people mustn't 3,000 years or 1,000 years in the future, or however long it is, they mustn't think that the games are part of, like, this is what happened. Because
It's not a history story. Yeah.
yeah, because you'll never know what people will pick up and say, oh, this must be gospel, this is the truth. No, it's not. This didn't happen.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, so you need to do one other thing for us, Mr. GameFace. You need to plug your channel.
Where can we find
Where
you?
can our fans find you?
So it's pretty easy. On all the platforms, I am GameFaceZA. Everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, which I need to do more of. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Twitch I stream every Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday. Three times a week. 7 p.m. my time. So wherever you are around the
8
world.
p.m. our time at the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, everything's pretty uniform. GameFaceZA. Or ZA, as some people say.
Yeah, not here. Yeah, it's ZA.
Okay, that's good.
Because in the UK, they don't know what the hell this Z thing is. It's like aluminum. They don't know what that is either, because there's no such thing as aluminum. It's aluminium. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. Now it's Kez's turn to plug the SA Geeks.
So the podcast is on Anchor, and for that you will find links to things such as Spotify and Google Podcasts and wherever else you want to listen to it. You can find that on Anchor if you are listening. If you are watching, you can find the podcast on YouTube. And in general, we are on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and BitChute. And I have to count them because otherwise I forget.
She does forget, yes. And there is one more coming. There's one more being added in soon, and that's going to be. We are going to be on Rumble now as well.
No, it hasn't been added, so it's not.
It hasn't been added yet, but we are moving over to Rumble. So we will be chucking our videos on Rumble because it's always good to just put yourself out everywhere. Put your finger in all the different kinds of pies because then you can get lots of different flavors. Anyway.
We have 7 fingers at the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, GameFace, dude, thank you so much for joining us. It has been a wonderful time. I'm sure the fans will enjoy this video today. Especially the silly history talk that we had and the Assassin's Creed talk that we had. I think they'll have a lot of fun with most of the stuff that we discussed. I'm sorry I do talk quite a lot.
You're the host. It's okay.
But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. And as always, remember... Keep it geeky!